All right. This is probably the fight you were talking about, though, when we talk about the scoring. Fiziev versus Green. Fight of the night. Absolutely should have been fight of the night.
Oh, I mean,
it was fight of the night. But it's Fiziev versus Bobby Green.
Can I tell you how I scored this?
Please do.
I had it a 28-28 draw.
Did you?
I did.
You gave Green a 10-8 round in the third.
Correct.
This is what was crazy to me. It was like you thought it was a 10-8 round. I thought hands down he won that round 10-9. And one judge gave him 30-27 for Fiziev.
Yeah, I just
what the fuck was that guy watching?
So bad.
Awful.
So bad.
Just awful. But dude, okay, so Fiziev, first of all, he just looks like a fighter.
Yeah, he looks terrifing. He looks like someone from like that show Vikings. I never watched it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ragnar Lothbrok. That's exactly who he reminds me of in that show because that's who he makes me think of. But dude, when he came out that first round, one, you could tell that they were both having a blast in there.
Yeah. Ton of mutual respect.
Ton of mutual respect. So much fun. Shit talking. Fiziev is so quick. So quick. And I love the fact that everything came in bunches. Yeah. Everything came in bunches. When he'd come in, 1, 2, 3 shots against Green.
Yeah, and you have to because Bobby Green's going to roll with your one shot.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing I was going to talk about. Yeah, Bobby Green walking up with his arms down. First of all, surprises you sometimes because he'll pop you with a quick jab straight from the hip.
Man, his jab is great.
But then also, like Fiziev's coming in 1, 2, 3 shots, and you see it right here. Like if you were to see this, you're like, oh, dude, he just probably knocked Green out. Nah. He probably just rolled with that punch, uses his shoulders. He's just – I love watching him fight.
Dude, it's so good. But let's be real here. Round 2, how did you score it? In my opinion, and I have a lot of bias, right? I've always been a huge Bobby Green fan since forever. But I am a huge Fiziev fan too. I think Fiziev's the future of this division.
I scored at 29-28.
For Fiziev?
For Fiziev. First and second.
What if I told you Bobby Green outstruck Fiziev the second round?
By how much?
9 strikes.
By 9 strikes?
10 significant strikes.
Interesting.
Because that round was super close to me. And watching it, I gave it to Fiziev. But then I rewatched it this morning. And when I say 28-28, I think because that was the round that Fiziev hurt Bobby early in the round, right? He had him.
That's what I was going to say. That's the most significant strike Fiziev had in the entire fight was in the second round, right?
But then you look at the second half of that round, and it's all Bobby Green. I didn't remember it like that because I had this morning. I was like, okay, yeah, Fiziev won rounds 1. He won round 2. He hurt him, right? And then round 3 was a clear Bobby Green round. But I just pulled the stats up right now, and because when I rewatched it, I was like, damn, that's the hardest round to score in my opinion. Hold on. Coleslaw.
So we just had a comment come through right now. You want to read it off, Will?
Yeah, Coleslaw says, yee, streaming this in church right now with the AirPods.
Shout out Coleslaw, man.
Oh, that's so
He's funny, a real one, dude. He's a real one.
Hilarious.
Just as real as Bobby Green, actually, Coleslaw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're right up there.
Yeah, but going back to it, this morning I rewatched the fight. For the first half of the round, I think Fiziev, it was very close, super close back and forth, but then Fiziev had that moment. But the second half of the round wasn't even close. Rewatching it, Bobby Green was all over him.
That's when you start seeing the tide turn.
Yeah, it was a massive change in momentum. And now looking at it, 36 strikes to 45, Bobby Green in the second round, right? How about it? What if I told you Bobby? Now looking at it.
You sound like the fucking narrator from 30 for 30 ESPN. What if I told you? Dude, you got to watch it. They got great stuff.
But now what if I told you Bobby Green also outstruck him in the first round?
Okay. By how much?
Round also. 32-25. Not even close.
But it's a tough one. It's a tough one, right?
That's so tough, man.
Because I do think that the more significant strikes came from Fiziev in the second round and the first round. Now,
I can see that too.
In that third round, though, it was all Bobby Green.
All him. I think Bobby Green fights are one of those. They're those fights that watching it live, it's really hard to score correctly because you can't tell sometimes which shots landed big and which shots he rolled with and which shots didn't even hit him, right? If they hit it here or whatever, right?
Oh, he'll let you know, though.
He'll let you know. But he's going to say that. Yeah, he'll say that no matter what. He got a head kick and shook his head. but they're
like, that grazed my ear.
Go back. Yeah. They're fights that when you go back, it's like, oh, wait, he outstruck him in every single round? That's crazy. I wouldn't have not expected that looking at the stats. I knew they were close. The first 2 rounds were close, but I didn't know because the live stats showed that Fiziev outstruck him in the first two, and then Bobby outstruck him in the third. The live stats don't matter. The problem is judges are scoring the fight live.
Yep.
That's the problem, right? And I'm not going to say this is a robbery by any means. 30-27 is ridiculous, but and listen, will I go this deep into proving a case for a fighter if they're not one of my favorite fighters? Probably not, right? If this is somebody else other than Bobby Green, I probably wouldn't be going this deep into it. But the other point I want to make is how can anybody say that the first round should be scored the same way as the third round? We have to figure out a new rule set. If 10-8s are too big for discrepancies like that, we need to find out a middle ground somewhere because, dude, the first round is very close. Everybody gave it to Fiziev. I know, right? Everybody gave it to Fiziev. Now I'm looking at it. He got outstruck. You know what I mean? Not only did he get outstruck with the total significant strikes landed, he also threw less strikes.
So let's say that.
So he hit him more and was more accurate.
Let's say that you hit me 4 times with a jab, and I hit you twice. One not that hard. One significantly hurts you. Do we say Will won that round because he hit him 4 times? He struck him 4 times. That's the tough part.
Well, that's the tough part.
The scoring,
right? And how can we weigh how damaging a shot is?
Exactly.
The problem with Bobby Green's style, though, is shots do look bigger because he rolls with them. It's very similar to John Jones, Dominic Reyes. A lot of people thought John Jones was getting fucked up in that fight. It was a very close fight. The reality is a lot of those big moments that people thought were big moments were just John rolling with shots. John rolls with shots maybe better than everybody I've ever seen in the UFC. When he gets hit, he's taking a lot of the momentum away, and I hate John Jones. I don't want to give him credit for that. I would love to sit here and say Dominic Reyes rocked him every single round, but that's not the case. You know, it's crazy, right? And the stats don't tell the story of the fight ever, and I agree with that too. But it'd be disingenuous to say that, in my opinion, that the first 2 rounds were clear cut, and then take a look at the third round.
And how much on that is the judges and the scoring system, and how much of that is Bobby Green being able to say, hey, my style is probably costing me fights?
Exactly. That's when we have to start taking a look at it, right?
You know what I mean? Like, you think his corner would be like, all right, bro, look, you outstruck him the first round, the second round, and clearly the third round. But for some reason, these judges continue thinking you're getting fucked up in these rounds when really you're rolling with your shots. Hey, how about this next camp? We don't. We just don't.
Maybe, right?
And then we try something different. But, dude, I'm sure he's been fighting like that forever. At this point in his career, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard adjustment to change.
I shouldn't say that after we just saw Jose Aldo evolving as a fighter at 34.
It's crazy, man. Looking at these stats, the significant strikes, Bobby Green, 93 head strikes, Fiziev, 47, right? Almost doubled them up. I would have guessed that the body shots would lean to Fiziev, right? He was blasting those body kicks the whole time. 34-26, right? Outstruck him to the body. The leg is the difference, right? Fiziev was blasting his leg kicks the whole time. That was 16-31. But the reality is, total is 143-104. And you could say, oh yeah, but it's round by round. It's not total strikes. But then you look round by round and you struck him every round. It's crazy.
God, it was such a
and
fun
I'm not
fight.
saying it's a robbery. I'm not saying it's a robbery.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying it's interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
It gives you a lot of things to think about when it comes to scoring.
Yeah.
Again, I even started thinking about Bobby Green's style and how responsible he is for this. But at the end of the day, the thing we can all agree on is that it was a banger, man. It was so much fun to watch.
So much fun. Yeah, dude. And the respect after the fact, both of them, when they're trying to like announce who won, they're like standing in front of each other talking. They're like, come on, dude, get at the sides. Like, we got to do.
No, but they were probably like, dude,
has to start at
you
7.
got me good with this one shot. And the other one was like, dude, no, but you got me, like they just seemed like they had an absolute blast.
He posted a picture with Fiziev like in like the hotel or something later on in the night too, of them like holding each other and being like smiling and shit.
Oh, that was the post-fight pictures. Wasn't it?
What do you mean?
You know how they take pictures after the fight? Whoever the winner is, them, their team,
with
stuff
like the
that.
weird screen behind them?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I saw another one where they're like right off to the side of the screen and they're both like arm around each other, just big old smile. Yeah, I love the sport, man. I love the sport.
And they both got 50 G's.
50 G's, baby. Hey everybody, Ribeiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.